Alrighty, here we are. We are live Sunday night. Alrighty, guys. Wow. Guys and gals, that's for sure. I was taking a coffee that I had, taking it out of that cup and put it in this one. Yeah. Yum. So I've got a coffee, I've got a water. I think we're all set. Hopefully, you got some stuff too. And if you got to step away, I, no problem at all because I had to step away right before we went live. All right. So, welcome to tonight. And I have to say that I am just a little eye update. Thanks for all the hearts. I've got YouTube open on the comment section over here, and then we've got the live stream over here, so I can kind of see some stuff going over there. And when I say I can see, if you notice, I got my eye closed because I'm trying to make it focus. So that's my good eye. As you guys know about, it's been almost 5 months now. I had that situation where I had that retinal hemorrhage. So that eye remember when I wore the eye patch. So then I went back to the eye doctor because I was noticing sentences and lines going like that. Well, I've had a few small hemorrhages since then, back, a month or so ago. But today at 11 o'clock, I'm sitting there and I noticed a little, like if you got a cut and you started bleeding and you had your arm like this and the blood would just started running down. That's what's happening in my eye. Just a little, I guess it's another broken blood vessel. And I was just watching the blood. It goes up because your eye turns everything, from upside down to right side up, which makes you wonder, is the world upside down and we just see it right side up? Or is it right side up and we see it upside down in the back of our eye? Squirrel. Oh, what do you guys think of the new Squirrel shirt? Yeah, I did pin it up on the top there if anybody wants to check it out. But, there's the Squirrel. We're going to talk about that a little bit later, too. But it does have the RA 2.0 on the arm as well. We're going already. But at 11 o'clock, right around 11 o'clock, that eye started, I noticed something like a little, it's not red, what you see. It's like a black Sharpie marker that's just moving up little by little. And then when you look around, it kind of swipes it or smears it. And then that was doing that this afternoon. And I'm like, oh, come on, not again. And then, so now if I look through this eye, do I have anything to kind of show you what it looks like? I'm going to try this piece of plastic here. I'm going to hold it up to the camera and look over here to see if it, right there. That's about what it looks like. Me looking out of that one eye, but it's kind of yellowish pink because blood's red. So when it mixes with the gel and this fluid in there, it gets to be like a tannish, pinkish color. So now I'm back to almost the same place I was 5 months ago. Oh, goodness. So it was really throwing off my perception and things. And I'll probably do like this a lot because it makes you feel like, it's just a reaction. You reach up and you rub it to kind of like make it unblurry, but it's inside your eye. So it can't get unblurry because it's in the fluid. May I'll wake up and it'll be all better tomorrow. We can only hope, right? So welcome to Sunday Night Live again. And I appreciate you being here and taking out your Sunday evening to spend with me. It's a great, I was reading the comments, it's a great way to end the week, but it's also a great way to start the week. So we get a chance to look back at this week, what happened this week, and look forward to what this week's going to be like. So it's my prayer that you would get something out of tonight, whether it just be relaxing and hanging out. I see you sitting there on that lazy boy chair going, cheers. All right, here we go. All right. So So starting out the week, uh, it's a blessing to know that we have another week together, and that we had a week past. So let's go on and get into it. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. I think it was Monday I released the video of that bike. Oh my goodness, that bike is amazing. So that is the Nomad 2X, which is just an unbelievable bike. Hey, Mike, I see you in there, who has been a member for 12 months now, the 2.0 crew. So this past week, we did what did we do? We did the e-bike camp. That was Thursday night. But Monday, I actually released the review. I think it was Monday, the 14th, whenever the 14th was. I released the review of that e-bike. That bike is amazing. First bike I was able to pedal. I don't know if it's because you could adjust the seat and stuff on it, but you start off just with that throttle, and I've learned a lot more about it since I put the review on it. Because basically, I got it out of the box, put it together, and went out and did that video. We took that little trip up that one road with the green light mode, and then I've learned to use the camera a little bit more. I've been doing a lot of studying this week on how to edit with the 360, because we added that to the channel as well. And I want to thank all of y'all for all the coffee contributions and the 2.0 crew, because those invest in the channel, and I've been putting it right back into the channel and like getting that 360 X4. That thing's amazing. And it's given me a lot of creative thoughts on how to use that. So in that last video, our camp, the e-bike camp, I was using that and also the Osmo Pocket 3, because I'm very comfortable with that now. And at one time, I just used my phone. Now, I did use the phone for, how did I use the phone? What did I use the phone for? Oh, to connect to the apps. But as far as filming with the phone, I may have done 1 or 2 B-rolls with the phone. So I'm trying to incorporate more and more stuff for different angles, different looks, different. And I know with me, that thing is so interesting to edit on. And yeah, maybe if you want, I'll explain a little bit about how because it's crazy. And I was learning all that out at camp. I was sitting there when I first filmed with it. I filmed when we got to the site, just parked the bike. I set that camera up and I filmed 3 quick little things. So I had it up high, then I had it attached. And then I was holding it. And then I filmed over to that rhododendron. Then I filmed back to the bike. And then I said, oh, I got to take my helmet off. Then I filmed that separate. And then I filmed looking for the spot just with that, like not putting the camera different places, just carrying it. And then, what did I do? Oh, because I didn't know how it was going to turn out, if I'd even be able to edit it or be able to use any of that footage, I took the Osmo Pocket 3 because that's what I'm comfortable with, and I knew I was going to film the next scene with that. So I got the tripod out, set that up, and then had it motioned. But I took that and I refilmed me walking around quick looking for that spot again, kind of hitting different things. Well, the same things, but using what I was familiar with, because I wanted to have a backup until I got a chance to see what that footage looked like, or if I'd even be able to get it off and edit it. Because that was the first time I used it, except for just playing around with it a little bit in here, and that wasn't long. So comfort-wise, I was a little uncomfortable with that camp, the filming of it. So I ended up using it several times throughout that, but definitely Mary and Johnny, I used that Osmo Pocket 3 because I love that thing, but it really added a whole different perspective. It has a de-warp mode, so it doesn't look so fisheye. And as I was learning to edit, I didn't realize that I didn't take that de-warp mode off. So in a couple of the shots, it kind of looked warpy on the edges. So I'm thinking on a big screen TV, it might look like that. You'll see the trees come up and go like that a little bit, and you'll curve in. But it's really, really fun to work with and fun to do things. And it is waterproof. I don't know if I want to check that out, but there's some things I've gotten an idea for, just for some little clips. Like, you know how I do the salt, onto stuff. One of the things I want to try is when I go to pour coffee, I might pour the coffee right on the lens of the camera. Maybe. We'll see. I don't want to ruin the thing. Yeah, but so was that JP saying new shirts are fire? I love that thing. So I wore this today and got a lot of compliments on it. And so we got to figure out, what is Squirrel's name gonna be? So I'm thinking of maybe, I don't know if I'll be able to get it off of these comments, but I might go into the comment section of our page and like ask for names of the squirrel, of our new mascot. And this mascot only came because that one time I said squirrel, and you guys just really fell in love with that and kept saying squirrel, 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 and y'all still do that. And that really means a lot to me. And so we came up with this Squirrel. I mean, we got Squirrel back there that we put on a camp a couple times. When I was in North Carolina, you saw Squirrel right there. Here, I had ordered this because it's so lifelike looking. So we got a little Squirrel here. And he's gone on a couple car camps with me. I don't know if I'd take him backpacking because that would be a little much to put in the backpack with everything else. But we've got to come up with a name for Squirrel. And I like just saying Squirrel, but I'm thinking maybe we'll do a name for it. So because there is another one that we're working on for the Squirrel, maybe one in the Gabby was working on it. My daughter Gabby, she sent me a thing. I've got to work with it a little bit and try to get the same thing. Might just, but in a hammock drinking coffee between two trees. I thought that was really cool. So we might end up doing a few more shirts with the Squirrel, kind of like a little squirrel collection. But there was also one of the Squirrel holding up a ribeye steak. So we'll see what happens. It's fun. It really is. And hope you guys are having fun with it too, or will be having fun with it even more. Alrighty. Where am I at? What am I doing? I'm all over the place. So quick, so soon, Tony. But we do have the pinned up at the top, the Squirrel shirt right there. But it's also in the description of this video. Is it? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I think it is. But if not, I'll be putting it on there as well. All right. Next thing I was gonna say that came to my mind and went away quick. But hey, JP, I see you were in here nice and early. 401. Yeah. Let's see. So, like I said, this one eye is going to make it a little bit more difficult. So if you see me squinting my eye, I'm not winking at you, or am I? And I'm just kidding. Hey, USA, how you doing, USA? And Leonard says he's. Oh yeah, Leonard. You still haven't gotten a job yet. Well, in the name of Jesus, Lord, I pray that you would get a job for one for Leonard that you've personally picked out. In Jesus' name, amen. So continue to pray for you. Hey, there's is it popping up? Let's see, make sure. Yes, it is. Good. I was having problems with my clicker. It wasn't working good. So yeah, 3 million views. So that's in 4.5 years. I mean, Steve Wallace gets like 3 million on a video, right? But Steve did reach out and said congratulations on the 3 million views. So really appreciate that. Him and I were messaging back and forth the other night. So yeah, and it was exciting. So what a great way to end the week. Yep, like we said, that's Jerry, you're the comment that I read, and that's why we just said that. Hey, good evening everyone, Explorer right there. And we got Jason. How's it going? I hope all is well, buddy. Very good. Thank you, Jason, for being in here. Let's see, we just had refreshing rain. Yeah, we had a rainstorm today too. I was going to go out and film something today, something small, but it was going to be like a review. So I'll probably do that tomorrow. And what am I reviewing? I am reviewing the new. So I've never really laid in except for once, but it really wasn't. I guess the Haven, but I'm not reviewing the Haven. No. So it's a bridge hammock. I'm not real familiar with bridge hammocks, except for I've seen them at hang events and stuff like that. But the bridge hammock, I didn't even ask for them to send it to me. I was actually asking for a friend that's having Dean up in Nova Scotia is having a event with about 50 to 60 his hang up there in Nova Scotia, which I was hoping to make. But that's in September. But I was asking them if they would be able to provide something for that camp, and got him hooked with them. And then they had sent me that, and I didn't even ask for it. So I told him I would do the review on it. And oh my goodness, it's the Crystal bridge hammock. Now I just looked it up a little bit, and so it does have a bug screen. So it's a bridge hammock. It's got the bug screen, but the hammock is also bug screen. If you can imagine that. So you're like encapsulated. Ooh, big word. You're encapsulated in a whole screen. So bugs don't like me, but we'll do it anyhow. No, but I am thinking that if you're laying on a bug screen, mosquitoes would bite your back. So maybe you'd almost have to put a mat in it, if you wanted to be elevated off of the screen. But I can't imagine laying in. I'm going to do it tomorrow, but it was raining today here for a while, so I wasn't able to go out and do that. But I know exactly where I'm going to do that review, because you need bigger trees, because there's 2 straps that come off both ends to make it more stable. I would imagine you could probably use 1 strap, but 1 strap would make it like this. If you use 2 straps on both ends, which I think they supply, the pack is in the car because I was planning on filming. But you need a wider tree, so you've got a little bit more stability for as the straps come down to the bridge part of the hammock. It's got a rod that goes across the head end and the foot end. I believe they've released it already, but like I said, I'm going to take a look at that and kind of give you guys my thoughts of it. Yeah. But I've never laid in a bridge hammock except for the Haven when I was down 2 years ago down in Florida. Yep. Hey, Jay, how are you doing? Best channel on YouTube. Really? No, I really do appreciate that. Yeah, there's a lot of genres out there, a lot of stuff out there to watch. Yeah, and for you to say that, that means a lot to me. I really appreciate that. Hey, Robert Rell, how are you doing, brother, and your wife up there? Hope you guys are doing good as well. Yep. Ace of Hearts. Hey, everyone in the Tony Random Adventure 2.0. Thank you so much and welcome. Leonard, it's in the upper 100, mid to upper 100, high to mid upper 100. Hundreds or just 100? Yeah. Well, I'm getting too technical. Remember, a week from today, it's Tony's birthday. Yeah, it is. So David, one of the subscribers, David had sent me something for my birthday. The tracking said it would be there because he said, check your PO box on Friday. So I went over to the PO box. It hadn't come in. And then so I went back Saturday morning and it wasn't there again. So I emailed him, said, I'll tell you what, next week, I think it'll be there Monday maybe. So next week I will go and open it on our live, and maybe we'll do a little birthday live. Maybe I'll make a birthday cake of cheeseburgers. Just kidding. Put a candle in it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I'm going to be 60 next month. Time flies, doesn't it? Oh, man, I can't believe. Whoo, I'm going to be 60. Yep. Hey, 210 Outdoors. How are you doing? Ace of Hearts there, and you. And thank you very much for coming in here. Whoop, whoop. Yep. Hey, Mike, how are you doing? Alrighty, or continuing to go down. So that e-bike, having this stealth mode on it is really neat. And like I said, I was out playing with it for that camp that we went on. It was the first time that I really rode it that far. First time I went probably a mile and then turned up the road, and rough. That's one thing I wanted to do, is get it a little bit more geared into me, which I was able to do on the camp a little bit, but I was so focused on filming and things like that. Oh, and that did work. If you watching that video when I was standing there and I take the ferns into my hand and I'm rubbing the ferns together and I said, yeah, this kind of works. I heard this trick. Actually, a guy told me that a Native American showed him that as a kid. He was there in his one friend's grandfather was Native American, taught a lot of stuff. And he said they would do that with the ferns. And that was the first time I ever tried it. Those ferns were a little fibrous, more rough than what I could really break down and get a lot of the oil. But if you're watching that video, especially on a bigger screen TV, you can see all the bugs flying around me in the beginning. But after I did that and I was wiping it on my face, then I'm talking and go, well, I don't know. But when I was watching it on the TV, I really didn't see many bugs anymore. There was one right here, and then I didn't see it no more. 103 to 115. Ooh, in Oklahoma. Boy, that's warm. It's all about the humidity, like Arizona, man. Or Arizona can be really hot. Like when I was there last year in September, it was 108 degrees, but it didn't feel hot. Well, it felt hot, but not real, like not muggy and stuff. So yeah, Oklahoma, that's some warm weather there. So, so when I rubbed that on there, I realized that actually it probably did work. I'm going to have to try it again. Jury's still out, so we'll definitely do that again. Yeah. Hey, hey, Michael, how are you doing? Good evening, Tony. Well, good evening to you too. Don't for the squirrel yet. Let's see. Hey, Rick Whitson. Ooh, Rick, look what I got. Is sitting right here. That's the knife that Rick had sent me. That's the SR1 cold steel knife. And the reason it's in here is because I had it down in the kitchen. I made a brisket yesterday, and that thing sliced that brisket really thin. That's better than any knife I even have in my kitchen. So I cleaned it off and brought it up here because I got to make sure this goes in my pack for the next camp. Speaking of next camp, I'm not sure what kind of camp I'm going to do. Yeah, I was going to. So my thought, I've been wanting to do this for a year. Do you guys know what a tomahawk steak is? It's a ribeye. It's 3.5 pounds though. And it's got the rib bone. Instead of stopping at if you got a bone in ribeye, instead of stopping at the ribeye, it continues out for about, depending on where you get it, 8 to 10 inches more. And I wanted to cook one of those for like the last year over a fire and then eat it like our friend Matt did with his Thor hammer steak down at the spring Maha or fall Maha at one of the Mahas, Mid-Atlantic Hammock Anglers. So that was my thought. And I was trying to justify it. I went to the butcher and they had some. They don't always have them. And I saw it and I said, how much is that one right there? And they put it on the scale and she goes, oh, this one here is 3.56 pounds. It came up and, well, this one's $50.34. And that was the smaller of them. And I said, oh, okay. She goes, do you want it? I said, no. So that went out the window. So I want to try to catch one on a sale somewhere, and then maybe try to do that because I want to make one on a fire. I really do. Hey, Skeeter, how you doing? Hello, everyone. Yeah, and we got Chuck. How are you doing, Chuck? Good evening. Good evening. All righty. Oh, Nicholas Kramer. Hey, Nicholas Kramer. Hey, Tony, it's your friend Nicholas Kramer from Pittsburgh. Please give me a shout out. I just did, but I'm going to do it again, Nicholas. Hey, Nicholas from Pittsburgh. Oh, how are you doing? So that's your shout out for tonight. Hey, Rogue 6. How are you doing? Hello, hello. There's Elric, the Blackheart brother. How are you doing? Love how you trimmed the beard. Looked really good, and looks like you're doing really good. But on the road tonight with Jim, yes, doing some medical runs. Well, you guys be safe and have fun fellowshipping as you guys are driving around. Hey, Joyce, yeah, had fun camping at a lake. Yes, we even had a thunderstorm in the tent. The tent didn't leak. That's always a good thing. Several nights were really cold. Now pet sitting with a friend until tomorrow. Well, you have fun, Joyce. And yeah, I saw your comment on one of the videos letting us know, or letting me know, that you finally got out and got the chance to camp and you had a great time. And it's always really cool, and it's hard to get thunderstorm unless you're Luke from the Gear Guy. Every single time he goes out, it's like rain and thunderstorm. I don't know how he does it. Must just follow him. I need a thunderstorm every once in a while to come up for mine. But yes, when you're out there and you've got the thunderstorm, David Hurley. Everybody, he just gifted 5 random Adventure 2.0 gift members. So we got Rose in the coal region. Lou, hey Lou, you got a 2.0 crew membership. We got Rick Rudder. Hey, there you go. And then Todd. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you very much for doing that and blessing others that they can see some of the content that I do just at camp. Like when I'm breaking down camp and stuff, I do little videos like that, which I think there was 2 of them that we put out. I was excited about filming that e-bike camp and that I was done. So right before I broke down the hammock and stuff, I took out the camera and showed everybody different things about at that camp. We got some rhododendrons blooming out there right now. I forgot they bloomed in July. So I always thought they bloomed earlier, but I guess they don't. It's the mountain laurels that bloom early. But yeah, Joyce, that was cool that you got to experience the thunderstorm and that you were okay, because it's always fun to hear that rain and the thunder and the lightning. There's a song like that, Thunder and the Lightning. I don't know how it goes. I can't sing. Cool squirrel shirt. Yeah, Chuck. Yes, it is. Hey, T. Lee. Yo, Tony. All righty. Old and cracking dated is here. How you doing, brother? Hope you are doing good down south. We got Barry Cross. Oh, wait, sorry to hear about your eye, Tony. Oh, thank you very much. Prayers, Rogue 6. Thank you so much. Barry Cross, how are you doing tonight? Yes, hope all is well with you as well. Hey, there's Mike. Hey, Mike, how are you doing? Good seeing you on here as always. Yeah, you've been busy with the Appalachian Trail and seeing lots of through hikers. I don't go on Instagram very often, but I do have an Instagram site. I go on there. It's just so hard to do so many different things. But yeah, I go on there every once in a while. You post a lot of pictures on there, which is really cool. Joe Lupa, there you are. How are you doing tonight? All righty. Rocky Toppin, there you are. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Mike's been a member now for 12 months. So hit that 1 year mark. Thank you, Mike, and really appreciate your support. Yes, that e-bike camp was really cool. And I'm thinking, so I took the black backpack, and I got to utilize the cam jams again because I haven't used those in a long time, but that's what I attached the backpack onto the bike with, that little cam jam. I had to remember how to use it real quick, but really secured, nice and tight down there. Because I was trying to think, do I use bungee cords? I was like, wait a minute, that's pretty much what the cam jams were designed for. I mean, this is how much I didn't know about hammocks and hammock setups and things like that. With that very first hammock that I had, I saw those cam jams and I looked them up and I was like, wonder if they would hold a hammock. And I was using paracord in the hammock. In fact, that's how I got to know Dennis, because Dennis reached out on a video, said, oh, you should never use paracord around the tree. And I was doing that with the because I didn't like the daisy chain loops where you do it, because there wasn't much adjustment and I wanted some adjustment quicker. So I did use those cam jams for that. I've used them for the tarp. I haven't used them for a tarp in a long time, but I was using that paracord going around the tree. But then I learned because others and viewers and subscribers would reach out to me and say, oh, you shouldn't do it like that. You should do this. And then I know Dennis had sent me a couple of his used hammocks over time. And I just learned so much. Like I was said in that one train track video, that a lot of people think I've been camping all my life, hammock camping. No, I'm learning like you guys. I'm learning along the way. Well, some of you know way, way more than what I do. Yeah, way more. And I'm learning all the time. A week from now will be my birthday. Yeah, well, just logged in, and guess what, lazy boy? When you said that, I'm not. You're watching me though. My phone. Oh, that is too cool. Yeah, yeah. No, it's amazing, and just how things work like that. Yeah, that came to my mind. I said, somebody's got to be sitting in a lazy chair, right? A lazy boy. All righty, Glenn. Man, did you ever fall asleep in that? I'm sure you have, right? And I'm sure you got everyone out there's got their favorite chair to sit in, their favorite spot on the couch. If you're sitting together, husband and wife on a couch, I know Miss 2.0 and I do is I'll always sit on the left side of the couch. She always sits on the right side of the couch. And what's really interesting is that that's the way we sleep too. No, wait. No, it's the opposite of the way we sleep. She sleeps on the left side of me and I'm on the right side. Very interesting. Yeah. Yeah, it's the opposite. I was hoping to do some wheelies, right? Yeah. I'm not doing no wheelies. I can't. But boy, when I was younger and on a bike, I used to ride everywhere on a wheelie, everywhere. I was in a lot of y'all don't know this, but I was in a wheelchair for a while because when I was younger, I had what's called slipped epiphyseal. Your hip joint, before there's a growth line, it would slip out, and it slipped out, and then they had to put it back in, then put pins in. So I was in a wheelchair twice for recovery, but the first time when they put them in, I couldn't walk on my legs for a year. Well, I couldn't run for a year, but I was in a wheelchair. Then I was on crutches, but I had that done to both. In fact, while I was recovering from the one side, the other side started doing it. And I was like one of the first cases. If I remember correctly, the staff was talking about that happened when I was in like second or third grade. I don't remember. Long time ago. But then I had the pins taken out when I was between my freshman and sophomore year. No, sophomore year and June. I don't remember how it goes. Freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. Yeah, I'm going to be 60 in a week. So mine's going. So between my sophomore and junior year, had the pins taken out through that summer. So, but I used to ride wheelies all around the house. I would see how long I could keep the wheelchair going. I'd keep it up there for a long time. I'd watch a show on TV and I'd just be getting it balanced, and I'd roll to the kitchen in a wheelie, back out to there. But I ain't good on a unicycle, that's for sure. Especially not now. Hey, Barry, how are you doing? Hey, Tony, wife and I really enjoy your adventures. Well, I appreciate that, and say hi to your wife, Barry, as well. Just stopped by. Hey, Gene, just stopped by to say hello from Georgia. Back to finish up dinner. Everyone having a good week. Yes. Good deal, Gene. Yeah, Gene and I were talking. He's a postal worker and definitely hot in them trucks down in Georgia. What did you do with your other bike? The TST bike? All right. So the other bike, because I don't want two of them right now. And that one, like if Miss 2.0, I still have that other one, that hay bike. But that one, there was a Mennonite family with 9 kids, a farm, dairy farm, things like that. So that's where that bike is right now. All righty. That's a random squirrel shirt. Yeah, backpacking squirrel. Yeah, like I said, we're gonna figure out a name for the squirrel. I was talking to Alpine Warrior. I saw you're in over here, but I ain't to you yet, brother. But had a great talk with my brother Alpine. What was that, last night? We spent a lot of time on the phone. It's good catching up. Without mustard. Would be easier for bad knees. I'm thinking, yeah, Joyce, I tell you what. So that bike was the first one I was able to really pedal with this leg. Now I had to keep readjusting my foot on it, and then I would just go throttle. But it gave me an opportunity to get that motion and that going for pedaling. For some reason, that bike was way easier to pedal. Maybe because when my knees are up, on a shorter bike, and there was no adjustment on that seat, but that was also just all throttle, and that bike was fast, too fast for me. But when my knees are up from a sitting position, so I can lift this leg. It's harder to lift that one. So on the bike, I have to start out. I got to have that foot on. Yeah. Now, I did fall over. What was it? When I was out scoping just areas with it. So I got to be very careful on it, because I stopped, got too slow once, and I started going to my stroke side. And if I was on the other bike, I'd have been done. I'd have been on the ground. But this foot came off the pedal right away, but I was already over too far. And because it's a step through, before you knew it, my left side came right through that step through, and I never really fell to the ground. Both feet were on the ground, and I was holding the bike with my other hand, but it was heavy, and I was like, oh my goodness, but I could get myself situated. So having the step through, at least for me, because I can't swing that leg, but I'm thinking with bad knees and stuff like that, that bike is really, really nice. Yeah. So yeah, they were, let's see, Rogue 6 says, hey, other mods, y'all got it tonight. I unfortunately have to, I have shingles and might not be able to pay attention to every comment. No, absolutely. And Rogue 6, appreciate that. And yeah, shingles, that's no fun. I've had shingles before. Not fun at all. And yeah, no, I couldn't do. On that TST bike, when I had the backpack on, going up the hill, because I had 40 pounds in that thing, it was making me go, the front wheel come off. So I was doing some wheelies on the other one, on that TST. We'll kick all the troubles out. Yeah. There you go. Thank you, Mike. And the moderator as well. One thing I know last week, so I'm just going to say this real quick. So last week, Billy Smith, keep camping. I enjoy your videos. Thank you so much for that super chat. If you guys can see in the comment, Billy Smith just did a super chat. Thank you so much. Lots of thumbs up there too. So if y'all noticed last week, we haven't had, so just let me just share with you what I do. So there's been a long time that we haven't had like really weird comments, and not much having to do a lot of work in the for the moderators. So last week, if you remember, when I came on, I was not able. I came on, I was really busy, and I was like, oh man, I didn't realize it was time. I was doing this, doing that, and I always pray. I stand in the studio and I dedicate the whole studio with a hedge of protection, and that everything that would come to my mind, everything that I would say, would be directed for someone to hear that not I know anything about, but also to protect our eyes and our ears from seeing or hearing anything that may come up. And I didn't do that last week. And I was like, because Gene shared with me, he says, boy, that was some really weird comments. Like I guess you guys in the moderators had a little bit of stuff come up last week. And when he said that to me, I was like, after our live, I was like, wait a minute, I forgot to pray. I forgot to pray over our time together. I forgot to pray, to put a hedge of protection around this time. And I was like, oh my goodness. So tonight I made sure I prayed. So hopefully you guys don't have any work to do tonight. So you guys can all relax, right? We're going to just trust in the Lord that he's got it all in control. Yep. Let's see. Everybody saying hi to one another. Let's see. Not sure how well e-bike would work for me. I bought a Honda Super Cub, and somebody took a picture of me on it. Let's just say I looked like a circus bear on a tricycle. Oh, that is too funny. Yeah, so that bike they just came out with it because what they had done is they had Nomad. Then I think it was a Nomad 2. And then 6 months later, they came out with the 2X. And why did they do that? Because they added the stealth mode. They made some changes. They went from hydraulic suspension to air suspension. That air ride is sweet. Like I said, I didn't dial it in yet for my weight. I think it's set out of the box for like 200 pounds. I'm 158 to 163, depending on how much I eat. So I know it's stiff for me a little bit. So I got to get that dialed in. But yeah, so that's one of the things they changed. Suspension on the seat. They didn't need that anymore because the air ride, you didn't need the suspension on the seat no more for the cushion. But yeah, it was very comfortable to ride, and I was booking down the trail, and that's when I started pedaling, going through the gears. Now I've got it all figured out. I should do another review on it for them, but I think we're good. Yeah, David Early, what? For Ace of Hearts, I am blessed, and I'd like to bless our 2.0 family. Aw, thank you so much, Ace of Heart, or David. Really enjoy talking to David offline. We get a chance to talk and share things like that, share scriptures with one another, and just have a time of fellowship as well with, there's several others that I talk to on a regular basis, to kind of lift one another up and encourage one another through scripture and God's word and stuff, which I really super appreciate. Yeah. Yes. And I'm going to pop all those up on the screen again when I get to it here. Smoky today, wildfires nearby. Oh, jeez. I live in southwestern state and having a lot of wildfires. It's getting to be that time of the year for out there, I believe. There you go, brother. Show you the shirt again. Woo! I love this shirt. I love that squirrel. Oh, I love you, squirrel. He loves me too. Yeah, goes everywhere I go when I got the shirt on. That is some good coffee. This was Rwandan coffee. Do you say Rwanda? Rwanda? Or Rwanda? Or do you only say Rwanda when you're out in the boat, a rowboat with Wanda? No, I just made that up. Rwanda? I don't know how it's pronounced, Rwanda or Rwanda. Is there any Rwandas in here? And I don't see anybody yet. Let's see. Squirrel. Oh, there we go. Rocky Toppin. Squirrel. Squirrel. We got some squirrels going. Tony, you were just camping in a warped universe. Yeah, I got to figure that out. Like I said, I'm going to be playing around. So it will take me a little while to get familiar with it, but I think the more, just like the beginning of the channel, that very first video, filming it with my phone, and we filmed, for 2.5 years, three years with just the Samsung, and that almost 3.5 years with just the Samsung phone, different models, 9, 21, and or 9, I don't remember which ones they were, but that very first video was just me, learning. And then, as we've added things over time, when I added the Osmo Pocket 3, I was doing some different things, learning it. And so there was a little bit of a learning curve, and you can see it in the video. Some of y'all might not notice it, but I certainly do. But that video was a little quiet in certain sections, so you might have to turn the volume up a little bit. But what that was is for the Osmo Pocket 3, when I was using that, I had the mic. But when I used the other 360, you have to hook the mic, make it you have to make the mic go to that one as well. So I don't, sometimes it doesn't connect. And I'm thinking that it wasn't connected and it was just coming off of the device. So I'm going to have to be more conscious of that as well. But you guys would have noticed in that video just some of the things, like, it is so amazing. So let me explain how it works real quick. So you've got the camera. It's in the car because I was going to film with it earlier. So when you think you've got a camera lens on this side and a camera lens on this side, so you're actually filming, say this is this one side of a basketball, and you've got this side of the basketball that are filming in opposing directions. So you get a 180 view here. The camera brings it together and stitches it so that now it's a ball. So the camera becomes in the center of that ball. So that's how it films. So when you want to edit, you take that clip onto the editing app on the phone, and now you are like the producer, all right? But you now are inside of that ball, that basketball, let's say. You're inside of it. And no matter where you look, you're going to see what you just filmed 360 degrees around you, up and down and everything. So you take the, I don't even have my other phone here. So what's interesting is you take the clip on the phone, it's not the phone, but you take the clip and you hit record, and then anywhere inside of that ball, like say I want to look at me and I was over here, I'm looking at me and I'm recording me, but I'm watching it on my phone. And then say I want to look over there. If I move the phone, it no longer is recording me. It's recording over here. That's custom. And then I would say, oh, I can look up here. Now, one of the things that I did is I probably moved it to my phone recording inside the basketball too much, or like if you would think of an IMAX theater all around you, and you're just filming the screen like, oh, man, that's a whale over there. I got to be careful not to go, because you guys watching on TV will get motion sickness very quick. So then you record that, and then you save that as a clip. And then you got to get that off that onto your phone so you can drop it down in the editing app. So just so you guys know, I went to bed. It was like 11 o'clock in the video. All right. So, all right, lights out. So then I sat up, got my Crocs back on, sat on the edge of the thing and went, oh my goodness, I've got to figure out how to edit this. And because I filmed so much with it, well, both things, but I had that incorporated that I wouldn't have had on the Osmo. So I started editing. Well, at 4:30 in the morning, I was done editing that portion all the way through. So I was editing all the way until 4:30 in the morning. And then I'm like, oh, I got to do my time lapse coming up here pretty soon. So I thought, I'm going to look at the 360 thing because maybe I would want to catch something. So I looked at it and there's a stargaze mode. And I'm like, I don't know how this is going to work, but I'm going to try it. So that was where you saw the moon. That was a time lapse of the moon moving. I wish I would have had it not like maybe at a different spot, because you see the moon moving and then the tree hides it. But you start to see a little bit of stitching, stars, slide. So like I said, first time out with it, I think it turned out pretty good. In the morning, I filmed with that, laying in the hammock. I thought that was a really neat perspective in the morning with that camera. So loving both of it. And, all those that have donated and watched the videos and are part of the, the 2.0 crew and, just everything that we do and all the contributions, even like tonight, you guys were able to purchase that for the channel. And because the Osmo Pocket 3 has a mic, you know, I needed to get a selfie stick for that. A 360. Oh, and it just came yesterday. So I have a, oh, all that stuff's down in the car. I should have brought it up for show and tell. But it's a selfie stick, but it's like this big, but it like extends 9 feet. So I'm looking forward to using that on some really high shots, and you can actually use that for a little bit of simulation of a drone. So it's really cool. I did use the Hover X1. That was when I was at the field where I had to stop the second time because there was too many people on the trail, and I didn't want to stop and have them walk by and be doing all this stuff. So I cut up to that upper field. It's upper, but it's not upper. But there's a field right there. I've never been up there, but I was up there and I was looking at that stuff, and I thought, well, I bet this is a good place to do a 180 with the camera. It's self-flying. It just goes out and around, and then also a bird's eye view where it went up 50 feet and then comes back and lands in your hand. So I got to use that for a clip and stuff. So a lot of different things we'll be doing with the cameras. Yeah. Every time someone says, love the squirrel shirt, I show it again. Yeah. Too bad we couldn't animate the 2 and then go 2.0. We should, I should talk to Kevin up at Small Plots because he does animation and stuff. Say, hey, can you animate my squirrel for me? Make him do stuff. Yeah. If I can figure it out, maybe we'll get some squirrel things and put it in the things so you guys can have squirrels in there. I don't know how to do any of that stuff. Let's see. Oh, where am I? I'm losing track of stuff. Alrighty. All right, we do the scrolling. So that's the name I actually came up with when I was thinking about it. I was like, oh, Randy the squirrel. But then I was thinking, I'm sure there's a lot of other names we can think of. I like Randy the squirrel because I was thinking the R for Randy. But I'm looking forward to finding out what you guys do. Yeah, T. Lee, Small Plots. Him and I have been trying to camp together for almost 3 years now. Hey, Freddie Moss, how are you doing? No problem being late. I'm seeing you over here on this side. Yeah. Let me keep us scrolling. Tony the Squirrel, right? Yeah. So, pet a squirrel. What? Pet a squirrel at Lake Thunderbird. Eat out of your hand. Oh, that's good. Yeah, some of them that are in like state parks and stuff, they come right up and eat right out of your hand. If I decided to land on my TV, when he did, it looked like he landed on Todd's nose, right? Yeah, Todd's birthday was the 15th. He just had his birthday. Yeah. So the 15th, I wonder if he's a Leo as well. So yeah, so he was born July 15th. I'm the 27th. Yeah. Hey, Daniel Ortiz, how are you doing? Good evening from Texas, Mr. Tony. How big are your t-shirts? You can call the squirrel ribeye. Oh, that's ribeye the squirrel. Huh. I like that. Hey, ribeye. The shirts, when you go on to click on that link, I think they go all the way up to 4X, I believe. So there's a lot of different sizes, but you can pick out your size, the shirt. I think I have this one only in this color, which is like a sage green because I like sage green. Yeah. Hey, Cycle Biker, how are you doing? I don't think squirrels eat meat. No, they don't, or any other animal product except baby Oh, oh, except baby squirrel and mother's milk. Yeah, yeah. No, I did have him holding up a ribeye on there because, like, he was gonna maybe he's gonna cook it for me. No, but yeah, that would be just something so awesome. So, yeah, I like ribeye. I do. So what I'm thinking is probably over on the over in the comments section of the community tab. I might do a post like, hey, what name ran into the squirrel. I like that, so have that in there, and then what I'll do is I'll maybe pick 3 or 4 because I think you can do a 4. Do what do you call it? Survey, not survey. Survey. You can do something on there where people like pick and you get the higher percentage. I know we did that with the Hummer, the yellow Hummer when I had that, and then it died. So we were we we never really we kind of got a name for it, but I've always been just calling this Subaru Subi, and yeah, so I think we'll come up with a name for the squirrel, but I think I'll do it over on the community tab because that way I can see everybody's picks, and then I can look at those picks and think of 4 that I'm thinking would work, and then we'll put it up for a vote and see which one gets the most. Hey, Jay's World Talk, how are you doing? Hey, Tony, my brother, uh, I almost have 150 subs. Oh, that is awesome, Jay. There's Daniel Tucker. Stitch the squirrel, right? He is a squirrel. So Stitch is on vacation right now, so he won't be popping in. He's relaxing with Miss Stitch and some family and friends. There's Hammock Mountain. Hey, Tony, security and a 2.0 family. Absolutely. We got Blake Crabtree. How are you doing? Hey, Tony. Love from Portsmouth, Ohio. I think Portsmouth, Ohio. Stay cool. You too, brother. Stay cool. Stay cool. So Miss 2.0 is working tonight. I messaged her about my eye earlier. So she's praying for me. So it's yeah. It's blurry. Very, very cloudy. Very cloudy, but I think the bleeding stopped because I don't see any more black lines. If you're wondering what I talked back and watch at the beginning. Life on a budget. Good evening, campers. Getting excited about music festival coming up this next week. Oh man, I bet you're gonna have a lot of fun. And thanks for sharing all that with me too. SpongeBob. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. My cousin's mosquitoes. Yeah. Hawaii Explorer. Let's see. So remember, guys, if you want to ask me a question, put 3 question marks in front of it. Yeah, Tony, my first live chat. Really? Well, welcome to your first live chat. Yeah. Yeah, no, appreciate you being here, Michael Leonard. Hey, there's Little Smoky. Hi from Tennessee. I hope everyone is doing good. I'm hoping you're doing good too, Little Smoky. Back in May. Well, happy belated birthday. Yeah, it goes quick, doesn't it? Hey, there's Gunner 606. How are you? I'm doing good. I have a meatloaf birthday cake with spreadable cream cheese for icing. It was fantastic. Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, I'd use pork rinds for breadcrumbs instead of breadcrumbs. Then it's just meat, pork rinds. That would work. That's a good idea. Yeah. cream cheese icing without the sugar, just cream cheese. Oh, how about that meal that we made the other night? Like I said, not a lot, but some people said, "Man, you're cooking so boring now that you are carnivore." And I was like, "Yeah, I used to make some really crazy meals, really crazy meals, but they were good, right? They were real good." And so I thought, what can I do? So I went to Walmart and I was walking around and I was like, oh, I can use this. Oh, I can do that. And then it just, once I found, thought of doing the hamburger and making it surf and turf, then I went to go get cream cheese. In the little packet, there was that salmon cream cheese. Really interesting. I've never seen that before. So I thought, let's put that in there. And then I found the Australian cheese. Found that little crock. Yeah, it was good stuff. Really good. So the one thing I probably will not do is put the bacon in at the end. You know, I added the bacon. That made it a little chewy and it just didn't fit. So if you're gonna try it, leave the bacon out. Um, or maybe just sprinkle it on a couple, like have it separate where you could just take and sprinkle it on the pork rind and as a spoon and eat it. Yeah. That way it's not throughout the whole thing. But I still ate it. It was good. Yeah, it was tasty. It was pretty tasty. Uh Checking in from Kansas City. Hot here. Hey, Billy Smith. Yeah, it is. It was not too hot here today. It ended up raining and, like I said, cooled it off, but then it got very humid real quick. Once the rain started uh, turning into steam, it got real. Yeah, there's the Rose and the Coal region. Good evening, good evening. I call them cowboy cut. Yeah, yeah, the cowboy steak. Yum. Yeah, that's I love a tomahawk steak. I just don't like paying for those bones. I know. Well, it actually, I know you are paying for the bone, but boy, Bailey would be happy. She'd get a big bone. The ones I was looking at were like this big. They were huge. And I did go check it out at Walmart too, because I know Homestead Hal, one time he found one for like $18. It was like a $50 steak for like $18 because they were, I guess when it's almost out of date, they put a sale on it. He saw it and he grabbed it. And I think that he said that was the first one he ever had. But yeah, they are less like around here, if you got a ribeye, just a ribeye without the bone, I think it's $17.99 a pound. If you get it with the bone, it's $15.99 or 15 something. It's cheaper with the bone, but you are paying for the bone. But if I buy Bailey a bone, it's going to add money to it. So yeah, having a dog helps. If not, I'd be gnawing on that thing after paying all that, right? Let's see. The surf and turf was a nice treat. Yeah, it was. Hey, Scott, how are you doing? Good evening. Have you ever enjoyed smoked salmon? Yes, I've had smoked salmon. Very good. Yeah, very, very good. Now they did have smoked, Scott. I just grabbed the salmon. What was it? Chicken of the sea, but Alaskan salmon. I got it in spring water. I looked. They also had it with smoked salmon, but it had a lot of really weird ingredients in it. So because carnivore, I try to stay away from a lot of stuff like barbecue sauces and things like that because there's sugar in it. But also some of the stuff in that, once you start over processing it into something else, some ingredients go in there, and I forget what was in there, and I went, "Oh, I ain't eating that," just because I know how that could affect me with not having it in a long time. Something like that. And I didn't want to be in the woods and get affected like that. Yeah. Tony, hi, how are you today? I'm doing good, Yusra. Ursa. There we go. Ursa Leo. Sam's Clubs carries the cut. Carries. Oh, yeah. I want to go to a Sam's Club. We don't really have any close to us. I think the closest we have would be to me, would be a Costco. I've got to get up there and do that one of these days. Renderlandel. Rendlerendel. How are you doing? I've had a tomahawk steak and it was delicious. Give it a try. Should be an interesting camp cook. Yeah, like I said, I wanted to do it on a open fire and just get the hot coals and then maybe lay it right in the coals and just flip it around a couple times because I can use the handle as a thing. And then I can use the handle to hold it and eat it. But like I said, it was that thick. Yeah, one of these days I'll get one and we'll do that. I was just thinking for my birthday video. I don't know if I'll do a birthday video, so I'll probably do something for my mention it in my video. But then do I want to mention it? Say, oh my, I'm 60. You know how they always do a Lordy Lordy, look who's 40? Do they do a Lordy Lordy, look who's 60? I never heard of one for 60. I know 50. Then we just went, now you just go, Lordy, Lordy, I can't believe I'm 60, right? Oh my goodness, where did it go? Alabama today, Daniel. There we go. Finally made it down to that. We just got back from North Carolina, says Ursa. So gifted, Dave Hurley had gifted 5 memberships, which I really appreciate that. You really blessing others. Let's see. Yeah, and we got Rose in the coal region got one. And let's see, I stepped out of my car today and it almost took my breath, says Hammock Mountain. Oh, so talking about all the heat. Yeah. Hey, there he is, Coal Region Explorer. Hello, hello. Yeah, so one of the milestones that we hit on the 15th was we hit the 3 million view mark. And, you know, when you think about it, that was, and the whole time that the channel, it was March in 21. Yeah, March 2021. So that was 3 million views since March of 2021. So yeah, and the views are coming quicker. So Lord willing, it will just continue to grow, and and we hit 37,000 subscribers the other day. I think we're only like 70 away from 38,000. So it's doing really good, really blessed, and just that you guys want to continue to come along on this adventure, and you guys need to give yourselves a big pat on the back, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here doing this, because I probably wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for you guys. I don't do thunderstorms. I had too many near misses. Yes. Yeah, well, I appreciate you doing that, David, because that gives others a chance to see a little bit of behind the scenes. Like I said, I made a couple behind the scene things just the other day, but you can go back and look. I think a couple of y'all that were new to it just went back and watched when my son went from the Army to the Space Force. That's one of the little things that's on there. Like I show where my dad is at in Arlington Cemetery. So that's just some of the other stuff that I had put on there years ago. I just made it on there, like, so you can go back and watch all that stuff. And you can do that just for 1 month, say, oh, I just want, so watch as much as you can. But there's a lot of stuff that's maybe just 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, but there's never going to be a camp on there. I don't do camping videos on there. It's just like when I'm at a camp or I'm scouting a place, I'll go, hey, take a look at this. This is where we're at today. So the little videos like that are giving updates on certain things. And that's really a great support to support the channel. And it's a real blessing. There's Alpine Warrior. I saw you over here, but I couldn't click on you until I got to you. Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is enjoying their summer. Absolutely. Oh, really? Oh, that is good. That is really cool. Yeah, no, thank you. Yeah, and all good, of course. Well, I hope so. Let's see. Wilson's hobbies. I'm out here stealth camping right now. Ooh, we'll keep it quiet so we don't give you away. Now by a solar field, eating up some soft shell tacos. That's some of the hardest thing is thinking of what to make. We had a rain and thunderstorm, but it wasn't strong. Boo. I know when you have rain and thunderstorms, boy, it always just adds to the video. You get a lot more watches, it seems like. Let's see. Well, I appreciate that, Wilson's hobbies. I really, really do. I'm gonna see when is this a video you're putting out that you're filming for right now? Let us know if you're still here in the comments, and we'll go check it out. Let's see. There's Steve Cousins. How are you doing, brother? Yeah, awfully late. How is everyone? Everyone is doing good, and they were wondering where you were at. Yeah. Working on properties here today, staying busy. Perfect. Tony, the Hellbender, uh, the Hellbender best sleep I've had camping all 2 nights. That thing is amazing. And why is it amazing? I'm trying to figure out why it's so amazing. But it really is. Even though they removed some material from it, they removed because it's asymmetrical, but they removed some. So if you sleep head right, okay, like lean this way, so material on your right leg side and your left head side, they've removed some material to make it even more comfortable and to make it lighter. And sleeping on that underquilt, I thought, oh my goodness, it's going to get too warm. No, it doesn't. And I'd asked Stitch that the one day, because I was saying, when you got a underquilt and stuff like that on, won't it get too hot if it's 88 degrees out? And he's like, Tony, you don't change your mattress between seasons at your house. You just add or remove top covers. And I was like, very interesting. I didn't think of it that way, but true. It was like 83 degrees the other night. I mean, it got down to like 63, I believe, somewhere around there. But when it was 88 degrees, 83 degrees, and it was still warm, even late at night, when I laid down, to say lights out and stuff, that thought came to my mind, is this going to be too warm? But I didn't even feel it on my back at all. Just you're floating. I'm loving it. I really am. Ursa, Ursa, I am loving the Hellbender. Yeah. Let's see. Make a video. Okie dokie. Let's keep us scrolling. There we go. Question. Thank you, Hammock Mountain, Daniel. Uh, Tony, those cam jams are the reason I ended up on the ground. You and Backpack and Bible did as well. Because I remember that even did that in a video. And I have to apologize. I had no clue. It never gave. Oh, yeah, it did. It did give way on me once, but weeks and weeks later, I think it was the when I had the helmet, or not the helmet, the hard hat on, and I did with the clipboard, and I did that camp. I think it left loose on me then, and I hit the ground. The battery popped out of my headlamp, but I hit the ground flat. But yeah, cam jams. I would have never thought, but I think with the paracord, if you didn't have it in just right, which I don't know, but yeah, I have to apologize to you, Daniel. I didn't know any better. I was learning. Oh, but my Dutch clips, on my straps now, I'll never go to anything else that I know of. Sets the bar kind of high. Eh? It would be awesome. Not sure what you guys are talking about, but I will click on you. Let's see. Show content, Daniel. Oh, I'm scrolling. Please pray for Lima. Yeah. 7-year-old. Does not word Jesus. I know Jesus loves you. Yeah. Is he still the one, the 7-year-old that was having that surgery? I can't remember. I missed your question, Hammock Mountain. Sorry, buddy. Says Rogue 6. We sleep the same. I'm on the left. There you go. I'm just getting to all these. There she is. Hey, Holly. So happy Sunday. Oh, that was my cone. Happy Sunday, friends. One of my first hammock trips, I tried using the cam jams with paracord and ended up on my booty on the ground. Learning experience. Yeah. And like I said, I think it was, Holly, it was yours that I was watching your video and I saw that happen. I mean, I had used those, but then I had gotten the buckle strap after that because I learned more. And I remember you doing that before you, I think you were out for a weekend on the Appalachian Trail previously to you hiking the Appalachian Trail, which you are a through hiker. But I remember seeing that on your video and I felt so bad because I know you got that because of that. Hey, Jim, how you doing? Is that like a hip dysplasia? Billy, no. So they called it slipped epiphyseal. Slipped epiphyseal. So the top of your leg bone, that joint, but before it goes into the socket, until you're like 13 or 14 years old. Before that, there's like a little half moon bone that goes over top of your ball on the joint, and there's a growth line. They're kind of separate, and then around 14 years old, 15 maybe, that growth line is no longer there. It fuses and becomes part of the socket. But mine, that little half moon, not the socket, but the little half moon on top of that ball, it wedged out and then kicked my bone out. And they had to bring it back in, put that little half moon back on top, and then screw with stainless steel screws up into that to just hold it in place until that growth line came back. So the term is slipped epiphyseal. And then when I was on crutches recovering from the surgery for that one, I started feeling like I had a Charlie horse in my hip joint again, and they took me in, x-rayed it, and that half moon was just slid a little bit, and they said, hey, it's going to happen on this other side, so back in for surgery on that side. So like I said, that was when I was very, very young. All righty. T. Lee says, I swear, Tony, I wore leg braces just like Forrest Gump did when I was young. Yeah, when I was born, I didn't realize this, but there's a picture of me with two shoes on and a bar going across to keep my feet. I guess maybe I was like this a little bit. So I was young, like a year old, but they had me in shoes. I remember it being white bar. I saw a picture of it when I was really little. I don't have any pictures of me when I was really little. I don't know what happened to that photo album. Uh, I learned how to do wheelies, says Billy Smith, on a wheelchair. A friend of mine, his brother had a wheelchair, and he taught me how to do it. Yeah, it was fun to do. Yeah, a lot of fun. Miss Skeeter there. That is Mrs. Skeeter. Hello, Tony in chat. Hello, Mrs. Skeeter. Hey, Annette. How are you doing? I'm cruising down here. I had congenital ankle problem, an extra bone in each foot. Really? I had to wear these ugly dress shoes with steel plates in them to hold my ankles up. They hurt and made me feel like, and that it ended. I'm sure it's the rest of us down here. Pretty close to falling last camp. So glad you have a leg brace. Always be careful, Mr. 2.0. Yes, no, thank you, David. Yeah. So I was able to take the shoes off and that leg brace off, and I did have just the Crocs on. And then, like I said, in the middle of the night, I get up and I walk around just a little bit, but I did almost twist my ankle. But one of the, I don't know if it's a good thing, but one of the things with that ankle, the reason I wear it in the woods, and I wear it a lot, is because it's easy to twist the ankle on that side, but I'm finding out that it doesn't twist. Like my foot, I can go, let's see if I can do this. This is outside my foot. It can go, and I can be all the way over, and my heel touch the ground, and it doesn't sprain anything. I can feel it, but it doesn't sprain. It tingles, but it doesn't sprain. The other side, the good side, if I were to do that on that side, definitely swollen and black and blue and everything. So I guess because the stroke side, the ligaments and everything like that are just so weak that it doesn't have much resistance. So I can pretty much almost stand on my heel. Ew. No, not quite, but it's similar to that. Painful and there we go. There's the rest of it. Planes to walk right, painful and not fun, but it fixed them. And you've done a lot since that they are fixed. You guys go bike riding and marathoning and hiking and all kinds of stuff. You and your wife, Steve. That is awesome. There we go. Billy, thank you so much. Keep camping, Tony. I enjoy the videos. Well, I really appreciate you doing that, Billy. Really do appreciate that. Is that a deer? Looks like it. Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, thank you so much. God bless you. Yeah, we're in many full marathons. Yeah. Yeah, they were a blessing. Let's see if I can. Oh, there's David P. How are you doing, David? Hi, Tony. How are you, bud? I am doing good. Didn't have. I don't know. And I was one of them. Yeah. Ace Arts, that's what I mean. It's a real blessing. So, yeah, no, that is awesome that you got to see him. Hey, Gary, how are you doing? Good to see you in here. Uh, Pullisper. I'm going to say it like that. Hey, points of azimuth. Hi, Tony. How are you doing? I'm doing good. Really good. There's amazing things. Absolutely. My aunt taught me to pray for protection from the north, the south, the east, and the west, from above and from below. Oh, that is awesome, Holly. Yeah, that is really, really good. I didn't think of it that way, but yes, totally. 360 degrees. Hey, I'm not lost. I'm exploring. Hey, everyone. Hey, Tony. I hope everyone is having an amazing weekend. Hey, DRC, not DCR. DRC. Hi, Tony. I can't wait. Long wife is in the hospital with her back. Please pray for her. Thanks. Yes, definitely be praying. Can't watch long. Wife is in the hospital with her back. Yeah, definitely. Anybody that it does pray, if we could just focus on DRC's wife, that right there at that spot on her back, that she would begin to sense some relief in Jesus' name. Amen. But please pray for her. And thanks for asking for prayer for her. Retired from UPS. That's a lot of work, UPS. And David Hurley, thank you so much again for that, brother. You're a blessing. Blessing, blessing, blessing. So thank you so much for that $20 super chat. Yes. We're almost up to my ribeye. No, just kidding. Let's see. Let's see, Rob. I'm scrolling down. I want to catch people. Take care, Tony. Take care, Tony and 2.0 family. Bless you. Bless you all as well. Squirrel. Now, do you guys like the shirt? He's so animated. He was like really good. Got the RA 2.0 hat on. I think he's really cool. And it's not like real, you know, he's hiding. But he doesn't feel like you know how you get some shirts that have a big thing like that it feels like really vinyl-y. This doesn't at all. I don't know if y'all can see the 2.0 at the bottom. So it's a Random Adventure 2.0 on the bottom. Yeah, pretty cool. It's got an awesome backpack too. This is a I'm scrolling. Hey, Michael Hood, how are you doing? I want your biggest, maybe it's supposed to say your biggest fans 2.0. I will watch. We are the champion campground champion. I meant. Yeah, no, Michael, thank you so much. Yeah, you most champion campground, is that what that is? Champion, I mean champion campground. Well, I appreciate you. We are at, it's next line. Look at it. We are the champion campground. Champion campground. Wonder where, is that a campground somewhere? I'll have to try to look that, see if I can find it. I don't know. I think we're going to put that over on the thing to see what would be the best name. Rando the squirrel. Yeah, Squirrel Scout. You call the Squirrel Scout? Squirrel. Friends would say squirrel when we start talking about something off wall. Yeah, that's how it all started. If you remember, what was that movie? Up. The dog, the talking dog. I don't remember the dog's name, but didn't he always go squirrel? Because he had that little voice box so you could hear what he was saying. That was a really touching movie. Tree rats. My squirrel's not a tree rat. Nutsy. Hey, Nutsy. That's cool. Hey, Kelly's Vlog. How are you doing? Good evening. Good evening. I like Nutsy. Nutsy the squirrel. That is pretty good. Make sure when I post that post to put that up there, because I don't know if I remember it. I don't remember things very good anymore, or never really did. Secret squirrel. Hey, Frank Explorations, how are you doing? So I'm gonna, because I'm scrolling, I might miss some stuff. Hey, there's the one and only. How are you doing? Hello, sir. Greetings from New Mexico and from the one and only. Good to see y'all in here. So they've got a YouTube channel out there. Kelly's Blog. There's a Randy. We saw a net up above. Let's see. My channel still needs a good camera, unfortunately. I don't know. I filmed for 3.5 years with my Samsung phone, just with an Android phone. You know, and I'd still be filming with that because that is good quality. Yeah. And it's all about just getting out there and filming. Yeah. Boy, that is cold coffee, but I always drink cold coffee. It's not cold, like ice cold. It's just cool coffee. Yep. So what time is it? It's 8:39. No way. What? Okay. I'm looking with my eyes. All right. So when did we start? 7. Okay. Thought we started at 6. Cause 8:37. We're already off for 2.5 hours. Let's see. Yeah, there's my buddy Freddie Moss. Hello, everybody. Sorry late. I've been couch riding. Yeah. Oh, fell yesterday after getting dizzy. Feel better now. Just well, Freddie, God bless you, brother. Yeah, could have called me, man. I'd have prayed with you, brother. Yes. Hope you do feel much, much better and the soreness goes away. Rocky. Yeah, I know. I was trying to think of Rocky and Bullwinkle the other day when I was driving in a car, but I couldn't remember their names. Thanks for saying that, Rocky. Rocky the squirrel. I kind of like Ricky the squirrel. Rando. Rando the squirrel. I like that too. This is going to be hard. Really good. How you been? Let's see. True fit size. True to fit sizes? Yes. So this one, I usually wear medium or large. This one that I have on right now, because sometimes mediums are a little tight, but I did get this style of shirt in a medium. This one I wanted to see what the large was like. So this is the large. Oh, this is the. I'm all the way back in the back of the studio, but this is the large. And I'd pull it out and show you, but it does come down to about here. But yeah, it's roomy. And not only do we have the squirrel on the front, but we got the RA 2.0 on the sleeve. I was going to put a flag on this side as well, but an American flag in that same color as that maroon. But I was playing, and be sure to hit that thumbs up. Absolutely subscribe to this awesome channel. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You might want to see a doctor. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure, Freddie, were you drinking enough water? Do you know what caused it? Definitely look into that, because getting dizzy and falling is not good. Randy the Random Adventure Squirrel. So I was even playing like the R, doing the R and the A, and trying to come up with a name for that. But I don't know if we would want to keep it R, R, R. Squirrel Pirate. Yeah, mine would be carnivore. Like I said, we have that one of him holding up a ribeye, sitting in a hammock. Yeah. Very cool. What? I'm looking over on this side. Aloha, Stitch. There you are. I was telling them earlier you were on vacation. I didn't know if you'd make it or not, but it's early in the day where you're at. Hopefully you guys are. Thanks for showing, sending me some pictures. I'm really loving seeing everything. That video was really cool. That was a cool little video. Tony is pretty close to there too, I think. I don't know what that was talking about. Cletus the squirrel. There you go. Yeah, Tony, a Halloween camp in a squirrel suit would be a good one. I gotta come out. Oh, that'd be kind of fun. Funny, me walking around in a squirrel costume. I'd be this giant squirrel walking through the woods with a backpack on. And get shot, because Halloween's. There's Miss 2.0. Hey, Miss 2.0, my honey. How are you doing? Wow, 8:02. Oh man, I'm 42 minutes behind. I'm gonna scoot. This you can be camping. Yeah, name it Steve Wallace. Steve Wallace for squirrel. Then I can say I'm camping with Steve every week. That's a good one, Mike. Steve the squirrel. Yeah. Knight Rider Gaming, welcome to the 2.0 crew. How are you doing, buddy? I hope you're doing good. Thank you so much for being a part of the 2.0 crew. I'm way behind. Oh, I'm trying to look at both sides now. Yeah, I want to get down to closer where you guys are. Because a lot of people before you went. Oh, there we go. Question. Before you went carnivore, what was the favorite brand of dehydrated meal? It's been so long, I don't remember. So I would say not brand, but Mountain House chicken and dumplings. It was actually my really favorite. Was the chicken and dumplings by Mountain House. That was number one, top number one. Yeah. So brand, I would still say it was that, but I really like doing the peak two meals. I was gonna say mules. Oh, I ate a mule. Just add hot water. Let's see. There's a sirloin steak here in Texas that weighs 72 ounces. If you eat it, yes, I was actually Daniel. I was there. What is that called? The Big Texan. But it's that yellow restaurant. So I've talked about that. Well, it's in a video, but I've also talked about it on our Sunday Night Live. That 72-ounce steak, they had, what was it, maybe back in the 80s or 90s or early 2000s? I don't remember the date. But they had as a promotion, they had a competition between people, like eaters that eat a lot or fast, was who could eat the steak, the whole meal, the fastest. You had to eat the 72-ounce steak. You also had to eat the baked potato, the 2 rolls, the 5 shrimp, and there was something else, maybe, and a salad, I think. And who could eat it the fastest? I don't remember the time, but I know it was under 7 minutes to eat all that. And it was a lady that did it, and she was 10. What was it? She ate it the fastest. I don't remember. She was like 130 pounds, but I do in the video. If you look up when I was just out in Texas, or came back through Texas last year in September after I went out to see Stitch, and then went down to Dave in Arizona. On my way back, there's a video where I go 5 states, but I go in there for the second time, and I think I filmed that 72-ounce steak. And I actually ate a steak, ate one of their steaks while I was there. They seasoned them. And I had been carnivore for not quite a year. No, not even a year, like 4 months. But it didn't, because they seasoned their steak a certain way, my tastes had changed. You're probably already gone because that was back in 804, but you have a great week too. Yeah. We are always, let's see. And Steve, good name. Also mine. There you go. Yeah. I might have to start doing arrows, like have you guys help me with new people that come on, because I'm scrolling and I it's hard for me. I don't want y'all to see me sitting here going while I'm scrolling as I run out of stuff to say, as I'm just looking for questions and stuff like that, or y'all talking with one another. Let's see. Yeah, see, that's a great river and beautiful hike. Oh, there we go. Hey, cemetery groundskeeper. What stealth camps do you have coming up? Uh, Always thinking. There's so many that I have a thought of, but I don't know what I'm going to do next. And then this eye earlier today, it started bleeding again on the inside. So now it's all blurry. I can barely see through it. I can't see anything on the screen. It's just a cloud. So not sure what I'm doing this week. I have a plan, but I don't know if it's going to be a stealth camp, because I try to mix it up. I mean, the stealth camps get way more views than my hammock camp or my car camping, but I don't think I've done a car camp since the mall. And I try to continually switch it up so that everybody can, came to the channel for different reasons, and try to always, because it gives me a variety as well, because I love doing all these things. Will guard your hearts. Amen. Okay, let me get back over here because I was reading something. Let's see. Watch sales for the Tomahawk. You can get them $75 down to 35. Oof. Yeah, I have to do that. Let's see. Ooh. 3 hours on the grill and they melt in your mouth. Really? Yeah, maybe I better do a little bit more research just before I throw it on in the hot coals and just eat it almost raw. Because that's how I'd enjoy it. Just crusty on the outside and yum. Let's see. I caught a salmon smoking a smoking salmon. I can wait. Where's Homeless Santa? Homeless Santa was out at a hang out in Western Pennsylvania. I would have loved to have gotten out there with him. Nifty, nifty, look who's 60. There you go. That works. Yeah, I would have liked to have gotten out there with him. He was hanging for the weekend out with a group. But there was no way I could get out there this week. Yes, thank you very much, Hammock Mountain. 3 million, yeah. That is so cool. I've not seen Darlene or Dixie Cup. No, it's interesting. Sometimes during the summer, or things get busy. A lot of people come and go, but they're usually, if they're maybe vacationing or got busy with a lot of stuff. Yeah. I think it's doing some stuff a little bit different. What? Hey, Katrina, how you doing? Soren says, hi, Pop-Up. We've been putting you on a lot lately. He loves watching you. So that's my grandson, Soren. That's Jonathan and Kat's son and our grandson. He turns 2 very, very soon, but he loves saying Pop-Up when he sees me on the TV. That is too cool. Thanks for watching. Hi, Soren. You're probably in bed by now. Maybe you're still awake, but if you're watching, good night. Pop-Up loves you. Yeah. Oh, that is so cool. That was way back at 8:18. Ooh, I'm so far behind. Yeah, hopefully you're still watching. Soren, love you. Steve, can we? Like, subscribe, and hit that little notification bell. Yeah, they're let's see. Terry May, how are you doing? Hi, Tony, and everyone. I've just got back from my evening exercise walk and was listening to you all on my phone. Now home and on the computer listening. Awesome. That is awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. Loop while I was training for the AT. I knew it had something to do with the AT because I remember you talking about it. I think that's where you started getting the bug for the AT, Holly, if I remember correctly. Do adventures, James. How are you doing? Good evening, everyone. May God bless you and keep you safe. Amen. Mm-hmm. Okay, Tony. What is your favorite video with lots of Kelly's vlog says, Tony, what your favorite video with lots of laughter? Hmm. I don't know. I don't know. Because everything is good to me. So I don't really know. That's interesting. Yeah. But I think there is maybe a blue, like if you type in the search bar on the channel, if you're right on the channel, type in the search bar bloopers. I know I have a blooper reel in there somewhere. At least I think I still do. Need to watch the news. Oh, let's see. So what's my next camp going to be? I think because I've got to get it done. I've got to take my car for it. The only time he could get me in was 8 o'clock Tuesday morning. So I'm not going to be camping on Sundays today, Monday night, because that just leaves me Tuesday night or Wednesday night. But like I said, I'm not sure the camp I'm going to do, but I think I'm going to do a car camp, and I think I want to do it just like, not sure where I'm going to go for that yet. But then it'll hit me, and we'll do it. Uh, Hey, King Holloway. Let's see. Hey, Tony. Hi, and everyone. How are you doing? Mosquito, thanks. I know, right? Shirt's so cute. Yeah, cuddly looking squirrel. I wonder if I could have got a beard on him. And the bearded squirrel. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, that's pinned at the top of the comments if you want to take a look at it over there on the. So that's the new t-shirt shop that I'm using. What is it? Fourth Wall, and it's really cool if you go over there and you look at the t-shirt shop. It actually has my videos on it, like links right to my videos. Really interesting concept for a t-shirt shop. Barely. Sure looks a little squirrely. Yeah. Uh, yep. I know once it fills up, it's hard for me to see things. I'm scrolling. Like I said, Miss 2.0 is at work right now. And I do have a lot of stuff going on this week as well. There we go. There's a stitch. Yeah, safe travels too, Stitch, when you're on your way home. Yeah, you would for our premiere Thursday night. So yeah, I think y'all were saying with the algorithm, some things changed. There's things I'm doing over the last couple of weeks is really interesting, and my views dropped a little bit on that. Like that last video, there's some that do good, some that don't do good, and I can't figure it out at all. Some do better than others, even under the same genre. Hey, Mark, how are you doing? 70th subscribed. Go region. There's Stitch saying hi to everybody. Oh, flag only goes on right sleeve. Did not know that. Okay. Flag etiquette. Yeah, like I said, Knight Rider became a member of the 2.0 crew. Thank you so much, Knight Rider. Hopefully you get a chance to watch as many videos as you can on there. And I'll probably do a little quick one tomorrow or the next day because like I said, I've got to do, that's right, I'm going to be doing a review video, just a real quick one of the new, what is it called? Crystal bridge hammock. It's all netting. It's the net, the whole hammock's a net with the bug net. Bugs don't like me, but we're going to take a look at that. It was too cloudy and rainy today. It was too cloudy yesterday. I want it to kind of look nice out when I do it. Yeah. 3, 5, and 16. Yeah, I love that scripture. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not on your, it says, to your own understanding, in all thy ways, acknowledge him and he will direct thy paths. That's one of the, it's one of the first scriptures I ever memorized. This is really cool. When I came to know Christ, it was one of the very first ones. A guy gave me a 3x5 card with 5 scriptures on it. And that was one of them. And David Hurley has shared 1 or 2 scriptures with me that were also on that card. And those were the first scriptures that I memorized back in 91. Let's see. Yeah, the Big Texan, that's right. That's where they, Texan Steak Ranch and Brewery in Amarillo. Amarillo. Yeah. Yeah. Difference between the New King James and the NIV. New International Version. Let's see. Tony, does drinking alcohol in moderation mess up the carnivore diet? Yes. So if you're on the carnivore and because alcohol will turn to sugar and carbs, that'll throw you out of ketosis. So because part of being on the carnivore diet is your body's in ketosis. Yeah, so that can affect it or will affect it. Ah, amen. Love it. There we go, Ace of Hearts. While camping, have you ever been, no, arrowhead hunting? If not, do a camp while camping, look for arrowheads. Yeah, a lot of times I'm not near fields. And right now fields have plants, but I know the best time to look for arrowheads is going to be earlier in the year, when near farmers' fields and stuff, when it's raining and stuff. I know that where there are great places along the Susquehanna River, fields down there, but I've always wanted to, but I never have done it, and I've always wanted to. But yeah, that would be so fun. All right. Thank you very much, T. Lee. Aha. Let's see. Yeah, no, we've had some great conversations, David. Yeah. Yeah, definitely kindred spirits there, brother. Yeah. Grandchildren are the best. Yeah. They would be this much fun, we would have had them first. I know, right? Let's see. So, uh, oh, I think we're getting almost time to where it's time to go because we're getting down here towards the bottom. And Kelly's vlogs, love all the hearts. Yeah. There you go. So that's Kelly's vlogs YouTube channel. I'll leave that up there for a second. Hey, Lower Michigan Adventures. Hi, how you doing? All righty. Yeah, there you go. Old Jimmy boy. So Tony, no more back of Walmart stealth camping. What's that surprised on your look on your face? Yeah. Yeah. So I do have one planned for, and this one I had to wait. I have to wait a little bit. I'm waiting for some things to change just a tad. Then I'm going to attempt to do a certain camp, but I don't know if it's ready for it yet. But coming to a TV or thing near you, right? Hey Jay, how you doing? Larusta. Cheers. Wait, I had. Hey Alyssa, how you doing? Scamper the camper for the squirrel name. Scamper, that's pretty cool. Oh, that is really cool. Amen. There you are. Jesus is the one way. Well, howdy there. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Every Long Mountain channel. Did I get to the bottom? Yes, I did. Yeah, I did. Okay. So what time is it? Oh, we're right there at 2 hours and 9 minutes, 10 minutes. 2 hours and 10 minutes. So I am going to go ahead, take one last sip of coffee, and then then we're going to work on getting out of here. So I want to say good night, everyone. Thanks a lot for coming on to these Sunday Night Lives. They're a lot of fun. Really appreciate each one of you for being just being a part of the 2.0 family. It's really been just a blessed journey. And I know this is bigger than me. And hopefully you know that as well, because I had no plans to really do that. I've just said, hey, I'm going to start an adventure channel. But I believe the Lord's taken it over because there is, I think, a lot of people that do get blessed by our Sunday Night Lives. And whether you realize it now, or when the Holy Spirit reaches you and says, hey, remember when you saw this on the Sunday Night Live, just how blessed everybody was, and feeling that there's something different. Well, I want to say thanks a lot. Yeah, almost 38 subs. Please share Tony's channel. Thank you, Stitch. Yeah, this young fella is going to turn 60 on next Sunday. So next Sunday, we've got my birthday. So we'll be doing a birthday Sunday Night Live kind of a thing. And I do know that there is something coming that David sent me. So it's going to be at the P.O. box. I got to pick that up. And and then I'll be opening that on Sunday, and for our Sunday Night Live. Let's see. Yeah, I was going to say, I was just getting ready to say hi, Mary and Johnny, because I'd love to pull them out into the comments. But I want to say good night to everybody. Have a great, there's Mary. Have a great week. And if things start going a little sideways for you this week, step back and say, Lord, what are you trying to show me? Right? That'll be a little goal for us this week. And then pray and ask him, are you trying to show me something? And just try to get out. And if you can't get out of the car, or just go to a different spot and roll down the window and just sit there and take in nature for a minute. Yeah, I think it'll be cool. All right. Well, love you guys. Good night, Chuck. Good night, Mary. Good night, Johnny. Good night, Steve. Good night, Stitch. Hey, Stitch, you have a great time out there. Glad to see you in here tonight while you're on vacation. Jesus is the one way. Good night, good night, good night. Good night, Ursa. Good night. And thank you, everybody that blessed others in the chat, as well as, doing super stickers and super chats. Good night, Johnny. There you are. Good night, Daniel, Hammock Mountain 210, David. Rogue 6. Thanks a lot, everyone. Hope you all have a great week, and we will see you on the next one. And if we don't see you on our next video, we'll see you next Sunday. But I got a video coming out. Just don't know what it is yet. All right. Well, continue to pray for my eye. And let's see what happens. All right. Love you guys. Alrighty. Good night. Love you guys. God bless. See ya.